What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ashley. We're back again with our Journey of Love podcast. I'm here with my wonderful, sexy, amazing husband. Hey, babe.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. That was a nice intro.
Yeah, I'm had to switch it up a little bit.
I see you with the...
I'm glad you didn't come in with the, what up, though?
I still can.
No, it's okay. No. No.
What up, though?
See, there you go. That monotone foolishness.
Is it, though?
Yes.
No, it's not.
You gotta sound perky and be happy.
I am happy. I got to set the standard.
Oh, my goodness. You try to be a thug.
No.
That's what it is.
Nope.
It is.
Never
Thugs
trying to
are
be a
us.
thug. Trying to be me.
Uh-huh. Trying to be hard.
Nope. Trying to be me. Trying to be me.
How's your day been, darling?
It was all right.
It was
Word, you know.
Yes, I like
Word.
when you work. You bringing us some money. I like money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Word.
Work, 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 work. Hey.
Yeah. It was all right.
Is that right?
Nothing special. It was work.
I know you ate good because your wife fixed you a bomb
Yes, I ate good.
dinner. Huh.
I appreciate that.
No problem. You know, I do what I can. Got in the kitchen, flick of the rest,
Mm.
make some magic happen.
Yes, because we must eat.
Yes, I gotta keep your belly full.
We must eat.
What are we talking about today, darling? What you got on your mind?
You know, I was overhearing conversation the other day, and it was this couple talking about quality time. And I think we should talk about quality time for our topic today.
Okay, I'm
And,
down for that.
there's, not necessarily has to be the relationship, but, quality time. And this could be with anybody, your parent or grandma or, a child or,
Right.
et cetera, et cetera. So, and that's, means a lot to certain, some people. Quality time, and i.e. you. That was one of your love languages.
Yep, it is.
Shout out to everybody who's reading the book.
Yeah.
I know a couple people who's reading the book.
Hey.
So
Listen to our recommendation.
yeah, some people are actually listening to us. Hey, I'm patting myself on the back. I made a difference somewhere.
Right. We're trying to help.
We made a difference somewhere.
Trying to leave our mark on this world.
Man.
That's awesome. So when you was ear hustling this other people's conversation.
God, why I gotta be ear hustling? That was loud enough. Everybody was in their bed.
You was ear hustling. So what was the issue surrounding quality time, or was it just like a general conversation? Were they having problems? Like what?
No, it wasn't like they were having, outrageous conversation, but it was some stern words used.
Okay.
And so, and I thought that could be a good, topic to bring up today.
Okay.
Quality time, QT time, as people say it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, everyone should know from past podcasts that I am huge on QT time. That is, as Phil stated, my primary love language. So I believe that time is very, very important in any dynamic, whether it be, as you were saying, friendships, relationships, friends, anything, any relationship of that nature. Quality time is definitely a component in every aspect of your relationship. So I'm down.
Cool. And before we get started, I just want to shout out to all our listeners.
Yes.
That's listening to us. Once again, we're not professionals.
Just sharing what we learned, child.
Just giving our opinions on, stuff we have history on.
Yep.
That's it. We appreciate you. If you follow us anywhere, please comment, subscribe,
Yep.
or press a like button.
Hey, like it.
You know, because we appreciate you.
We do.
You know.
We do.
So let's get started.
All right.
First off,
Yes.
what does quality time mean to you?
What does quality time mean to me? So quality time to me means undivided attention. That either someone is giving me their undivided attention or I'm giving them my undivided attention. So it's just a time that's designated for you and this other person, whoever it may be, whether it be a family member or someone you're in relationship with, where it's just a dedicated time for you all to just sit down or do something active, whatever the case, but just make sure it's undivided. Like, you shouldn't be on your cell phone. You shouldn't be checking emails. You shouldn't be doing da-da-da. It should be a situation where you're actively engaged in that person, you know, whether it's communication, if you decide to do something active like biking, you know, just be there in the present, living in the moment with them without any distractions. That's what that means to me.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Okay, well, quality time is, to me, just one-on-one interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily undivided, but just one-on-one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm simple. I don't have to have, you know, in my face all the time. But
Right,
you know,
right.
one-on-one. You know, kind of piggyback what you said. You know, activity or just chilling.
Yeah.
You know, without, you know, too much going on. That's, you know, being so distracted. Because I know, I mean, we're this day and age, a lot of things can be distracted. So,
Yeah.
you know.
That's why I think it's important that the time should be like undivided, because there are so many distractions already in the world,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and for you to just simply unplug, you know, for 30 minutes, an hour, it's not going to be a near-death experience. I
Mm-hmm.
promise you. If you just unplug and just really be there in the moment with that person, it actually will enhance your relationship, you know. So that's why, from my perspective, I say it should be undivided.
Yeah, I mean, because I think everybody's definition of quality time is different.
It is.
You know, some
It
people
is.
require certain things, and you know, men, women, we're different, so we require certain things. Some men do. You know,
Right.
You know, unlike me, some men do like me. I need your undivided attention.
Right.
You know, we might not be together, but you know, we talking. But
Right.
I need you to, you know,
Pay
act like
attention.
while we at the bar or something. I need you to act like you my girl or something.
Oh Lord.
Hey, I know some people that are just like that.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So I mean, it just all depends on the individual.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just varies. But I think one thing that, you know, gets us in trouble is we don't be upfront with the other person to let them know what they expect when it comes to quality time.
Agreed.
And I know, you know, more so women do than men. Because, you know, y'all voice y'all emotions of what y'all need and what y'all
Right.
want.
Right.
And men, we just have this I expect type of mentality.
Gotcha. So do you think not a lot of men like quality time? Like, is that not high on the list? I know sometimes it's needed, but is that not high on men's priority list?
I
in
would say,
relationships?
I would just say on the consensus of my circle, I would say no.
Well, why is that? Why do you think that is? Is that just because they're not interested? I mean, if we're talking in terms of a relationship,
it's
are
not
they
that. It's just, you know, it's just so much because I mean, we're men. We don't, you know, we're not all into our emotions. Well, you know, we can be, but
Right.
you know, we can, you know, decide today I'm only gonna put this much percentage emotion into whatever. So we not necessarily have to be the needy one. But you do have some who are like that, that just need it.
But would you really consider that needy per se? Like
for them, for us?
Yeah. Or like, do you all perceive like, we're just going to go on a love-based relationship. Mm-hmm. So if the woman is coming to her guy constantly and saying, hey, like, I need some time, like, we don't do anything, you're never around, you don't hang out with me, is that really considered needy, or is that her just voicing her concern about them not being around? Like, how do y'all perceive that?
Well, like, again, we perceive it as, hey, I'm here. Mm-hmm. I was doing this with you. I was doing this with you.
Right.
And like I said, we can put, a percentage of emotion into whatever.
Right.
So we felt like, all right, I didn't empty the tank out. You should be good.
So that then goes back to until y'all are just assuming that because you did X, Y, and Z, that your girl should be satisfied, is what I understand. So that takes us all the way back to the lack of communication and the lack of expressing your expectations from each other in regards to a relationship, period, in all aspects of the relationship.
Yeah, you can say that. But, I mean, there again, like I said from the beginning, you guys, women, y'all are expressive. So, y'all need a lot.
Not necessarily. I don't think we need
okay, let me clean it up. Y'all need a lot more than we're willing to give.
But why are you not willing to give it? Is it because
it might not
too soon in a relationship?
No,
is it you're not interested?
It could be. It just depends on the situation. But what I'm saying is, it could be that's what their cap is. Okay. Of their makeup, that's what their cap is. This is as far as I go.
But will you exceed that cap if you find the right woman?
Depends on the individual.
Did you?
Yeah.
You did.
I ain't gonna lie. I had a cap. It's like
you had a cap. What was your cap? I knew it. I knew you were trying to cut me off. I knew it.
You knew it.
I knew it.
I mean, I'm a man. I had a cap.
I
had a certain limit of like, look, I'm only. Once you didn't reach this threshold, I'm.
You tried to put me on cap.
That's how you get out of all that? That's what you get out of all that?
Out of all that. That's what I got. Try to restrict me. Restrict my access.
Wow. But again, I mean, men and women are different. And like I said, not all men have, their cap is different.
That's interesting. I never thought about it in terms of men having a cap per se. I guess from my experience and just dealing with some of my male friends, a lot of it was just an assumption that the girl was needy. Now, granted, sometimes that is indeed the case. I'm not going to neglect that theory at all. But a good portion of the time it is that this person is just desiring some QT time. And I do believe that a lot of men, when a woman expresses that, they can sometimes be dismissive. It make it seem like she's tripping, or that she's asking for too much, or that she's requiring too much, or that she is not understanding of your schedule, or yada, 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 yada. Like all these things, instead of just kind of acknowledging, okay, well, she requires that I don't know, that we meet up at least twice a week to do something, whatever it is. I mean, is that really like a big deal that you just can't clear out one of your days to
Listen,
push her in.
an individual will, if they want to do something or want to be with someone or be somewhere, they will make an effort to do X, Y, and Z. Again, it goes back to what I said. Men, we have a cap. So if you've gone beyond that cap, yes, we're going to look at you and say, you are requiring too much.
Remove the cap. Why is there a cap? Remove it.
We're men.
Remove it. This should be like a black card. It should be unlimited.
No, there's not unlimited. It goes back to
your cell phone
what
plan.
I've said before. We have boxes. We put it in the box. Mm-hmm. We are on the floor. Y'all brain, it just wires just going from one end to the next, and it just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop, and that's the difference.
So let me ask you this: so if it gets to a point where a guy perceives it to be needy, just from your past experience and from your circle of friends, how would they go about that? Would they then just stop talking to this person? Would they just shut them down completely? Will they attempt to maybe accommodate some of her wishes or requests?
All the above.
All the above.
Mm-hmm.
Just depending on who it is.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to
how they feel and X, Y, and Z.
So
Because at the end of the day, let's face it, we're the pursuers.
Right.
Right. So unless we got some kind of ties with you, we don't just as easily y'all stop talking to us and leave us alone and don't answer the phone and block us. We have the same, and I would say that some guys forget that we have the power to stop talking to you too.
What?
Yeah.
But y'all don't. No. Y'all don't though. Y'all gonna keep talking.
No. Yeah, see, we do, but it's not. Y'all just don't like how we do it. We might not do it the right way though.
Y'all not going to do it. Y'all gonna keep stringing folks along, and then it's like, I thought you da-da-da, and then you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never felt like that. No, y'all do. What I go back? What's my saying? Y'all play too many games. Men play too many games. That's what y'all do.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, got another something else to add on to that.
What you got to add?
What do you think are different ways of quality time? Cause you said, you're underdivided. I think that was a key point, but there are different ways. So
there are. I think that would kind of vary by person and situation. I know for us, what I consider quality time in our relationship, is when we go on vacation, because that's just you and I, somewhere we've never been before. Then nobody can just come up to the door and ring the doorbell, and it's just us in a new place, in a new adventure. Our date nights, that's something that we do. And like I said before, 99.9% of the times our phones are up, unless we just got something going on in the moment. But to have that one-on-one time, like I said, it depends, Some people may like to just sit at home, have date nights at home, play cards, whatever the case may be. Some people like to go to the gym and exercise together. That's their quality time. So it just depends on what people like doing together, where they can both have some type of enjoyment and at the same time enjoy each other. So I think that's another key thing too with quality time, is to find something that you both enjoy and then you can enjoy each other. Now, granted, there's always, I guess, flip the coin. There's always another side. Sometimes you do have to make those sacrifices and do some things that you may be outside of your comfort zone.
True.
And that can also make it more exciting,
right.
when it comes to that. So, yeah, that's what I think about that.
Okay. Yeah, just to, piggyback off you, I would agree that, it could be various things. Yeah. Activities or, just let's go take a trip to Target.
Not Target, honey.
That could be quality time or, we went to, the movies or we cut coupons together. It just depends on the individual, what they, just being around an individual and not necessarily just have to be talking, but just being around a person and then just
enjoying them.
Just have them in your presence.
Yeah.
So I think that's just, different ways, part of the different ways of having quality time. So, another thing. So, do you think social media has affected the way we have QT time now?
Absolutely. Social media has affected probably every aspect of our lives. But specifically when it comes to QT time, that goes back to the undivided attention, people are so consumed with what's going on, with the Instagram and Facebook and staying abreast of what's going on with celebrity news. And we have a need, especially in this generation, to always be in contact with something or somebody, If you leave your cell phone at home, that is like the ultimate sin, So,
it's like, whoa, I left my life.
Exactly. So I definitely think it has affected quality time and just relationships in general. Like that could really be a whole other episode for us, just social media and the different aspects of a relationship it can touch. But yeah, specifically when it comes to quality time, I think it has, because it's another way to take your attention away from whatever relationship it is, whether it be parental or a love relationship. What do you think about it?
I think so, because growing up, I would say, from the beginning stages of social media until now, I mean, things have changed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people conduct their lives around social media.
Right.
Sometimes their lives is social media.
Right.
Most people, I ain't gonna say most people. Some people conduct their own businesses through social media or through, the entertainment period, the internet period. So it's just another avenue, and it's a crutch. It can be a crutch.
I absolutely agree, and you brought up a good point that there are some business owners and people like bloggers and social influencers who actually get a check from social media.
Right.
I personally believe in the cases of like that, since that is quote unquote work, that of course there's a certain expectancy, that you're going to be on social media. I do think, however, there needs to be a cutoff time. There needs to be I know that's not a traditional 9 to 5, but there still needs to be a time frame in which you are dedicating that attention to a relationship. I think that's key. I'm a firm believer in, yes, work hard, but make sure you play just as hard as you work, and that's just what it is. Don't work yourself to death and potentially jeopardize relationships in your life over a coin.
Right.
Don't do that. So that's actually a good point that you bring. So I think, again, there are certain instances where there's an expectation, like I said, that social media is going to be a huge part of your life, but it's just knowing when to pull back, when to withdraw, knowing that whatever DM or email that you receive will still be there 2 hours from now and you can answer it then.
Correct.
So I think that's a critical key as well.
It is. And, the way social media is now, it's so it changes every, it's just a constant change.
Yeah, it is.
And there's never going to, I don't even think there's going to be a stop button. I don't think there's ever going to be a stop button on, unless all these big billion-dollar markets just decide to just close the doors. Right. It's not going to be a stop on it. It's going to be a constant revolving door, and it's going to be something that's going to be consistent.
Right.
And, just to bring a little inside joke that me and my friends have, I would say it started from the beginning when social media, I think, probably like around about the MySpace, Facebook era.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily bring the joke up now because it's more accessible now. But it was more like if something happened, let's say Eddie Murphy's coming out with a movie. I'm just using this as an example.
Right.
Let's say Eddie Murphy's coming out with a movie.
Yeah.
And it was posted that morning. And, you know, me and my friends will, you know, hey, you heard Eddie Murphy's coming out with a movie? And let's say it's around about 1:30. Don't let somebody find out early that morning. The first thing you want to get, you late. And you hate we hated getting you late.
Right.
It was like you was the last person to find it. Like, bro, why you bringing that up? You late.
I been knew that.
Right, you're like, you late. You late. So I mean, it's a funny, you know, it's an inside joke, but you know, that was something like serious because you know, social media wasn't so big then.
Right.
But now it's like. Psh.
I mean, I really think social media, it's a great marketing tool. It really is because you can reach the masses in a matter of minutes.
Right. Seconds, really.
Yeah, truly. But again, it just goes back down to it's got to be a stop button somewhere. It's got to be
and I think that the apps and the cell phones now, they've come up with the algorithm of letting you know how long you've been on whatever, and you know, try to keep you mindful of, hey, let me chill out, you know. And you know what, actually, you know, that has probably helped me.
Really?
Yeah.
The little screen time that Apple does and calculates.
Yeah.
You spent 4 hours on this.
Right. And it gives you a little weekly.
0 hours on productivity. Like, dang, I wasn't productive at all.
Right. And I can tell, and then it, you know, shows you the week, what days you most of this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was pretty cool that they came out with that. Pretty cool. I think since they've came out with that stat, I think I probably dropped it down like 3 hours.
Oh, well, that's good. So that means I should be getting 3 more hours of your time. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah. Yep, just use it up. Yep, use it up.
I would like to bank that time so I can cash it out at a later date.
Yep.
Okay.
So, what do you think? What if you could remember? You know, way before the social media stuff happened.
Oof, that's a long time ago.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oof.
How was quality time in your upbringing? What was the things that you did that was considered quality time in your upbringing? Like, what did you and your family do? What type of things? Because I mean, things now is different. You know, you look on TV, everybody's got a laptop, iPhone, cell phone, iPad,
definitely
tablet.
Didn't have any of that
everybody's got the TVs. You know what I'm saying? If you saw a TV in the car, it's like, ooh, he spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, you
or
know.
If they had those mobile phones. You remember them old mobile phones? That came in a bag? Woo, we telling our age. All right. So, quality time for me was, back in the day, was different with different relationships. Like my grandmother, our quality time was spent in the kitchen, which is why I can cook so well. So, we did a lot of baking, a lot of, you know, cooking techniques and all that. So as far as my relationship with my grandmother, her and I's time was definitely in the kitchen. And my food be bombed on it, babe.
It was.
Hey. So, as far as my granddaddy, we just kind of hung out. Just doing whatever, watching TV, probably doing some math problems. We were both nerds.
Ooh, you took the word out of my head. I was like, nerd.
Yeah, so it was a lot. I
wish my granddaddy would tell us, let's do some math problems, Philmore. Look at him crazy. Granddaddy better sit down. Better watch that TV.
So yeah, it was a lot of stuff like that. But I enjoyed my quality time with my granddaddy. A lot of times was just kind of spent just hanging out, just talking, kicking it. That's you know, everybody who knows me personally know my granddaddy. That's my boo. I don't play by him. So yeah, that was him. My mom, was, I would say, what I remember the most would probably be shopping. Hers was shopping for sure. And of course, when it came to my friends, our quality time was spent outside. Kids don't go outside no more.
They do not.
Ours was spent outside, riding bikes, playing basketball, doing everything that we probably shouldn't have been doing, tearing up folks' cars with our toys. And
you know what's funny? Like, we, you know, the kids don't go outside no more. And that was like the number one thing that parents in neighborhoods, look at those kids, they're always outside. They're always in my yard.
Exactly.
And that ain't outside. They don't go outside no more.
Exactly.
They always playing in the house.
Exactly. And then be mad when I couldn't go outside, especially if I was in trouble. So yeah, that's what I equate quality time to. That's what it was for me growing up. And, you know, quality time, recognizing that quality time is going to be different in each relationship. It's never going to look the same. You know, so you have to understand that as well. What about you? What quality time did you have?
I would say growing up with my fam, we did a lot of things together.
Okay.
A lot of things. You know, we were going to the mall. We always going to the mall. Okay. We was going to the movies. We were always going to the movies. Nobody just, you know, divide nobody up like my sister and dad goes to the movie. No, it was all of us was going to the movie. Yeah. We was all gonna go get something to eat out together. Uh-huh. You know, in the house, we, you know, there was, you know, before video games was really booming. Right. You know, we had the board games. We had checkers, you know, Game of Life, Monopoly.
Love life.
Yeah. So, I mean, we did things in the house like that, and one, like, what you call it, the movies when it came out on VHS. Yeah, when they came out on VHS, when my dad would buy a movie, it wasn't no just, you know, everybody in separate rooms. It was everybody was glued to the TV. Yeah. That was the quality time. I mean, we you know, I would, you know, thank my parents. They took us to the parks, and you know, we had our bikes, and you know, and my dad threw the ball with me and all that, and you know, that's the whole quality time. My friends, I played outside a lot. I was one of them who was outside. Me too, child. To the sun up, to the sundown, at my cousin's house, all that. I mean, I'm talking about climbing trees. Kids don't know how to do that now. Probably. I ain't never learned how to climb no tree. I left that to the other folks. Climbing trees, using magnifying glasses to burn leaves. Yes. Playing jacks. I bet you nobody know how to play jacks now.
I used to love it.
I wish I could ask a 20-year-old. I bet a 20-year-old don't know how to play no jacks.
Nah, I'm guarantee they don't. We should get that. I know I saw it in the
play some jacks, man.
I'm about to cut my nails over.
Doggone hopscotch.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You barely don't see. You know what's a rare thing you don't see no more?
What's that?
Kids playing on the basketball goal in front of the house.
No. They don't want to. Everyone wants to be inside.
You know what we playing basketball on 2K.
You're right. That's exactly what they're playing on. They want to be inside.
They living their who dreams on 2K. Nobody's
wants
outside.
To go outside. That's why everybody got a vitamin D deficiency, because they won't get no sunlight.
I mean, I'm telling you, a lot of things with my friends growing up. I'm talking about, I learned how to play street hockey, and that was inspired by the Mighty Ducks.
I remember that.
Man, I told my dad I wanted to play street hockey. He didn't mess around. Bought me a whole goal, some sticks, the puck. I had the pads on. Rollerblades, helmet. Me and my sister. Anybody in the neighborhood who had skates. We in the street over here playing Mighty Ducks.
I can't.
But things have changed. So you know you can. If I saw that outside of this house,
you'd be shocked.
Right.
Yeah. So really your upbringing, is that something that you would want to bring in your future family, as far as all togetherness all the time and doing things?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try. You know, I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna try to do it, you know, because things have changed, and you know, like we said, kids are not outside no more. So
Right.
it's more of a you got to go find the organized playtime,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they got centers now where
Yeah.
you can bring your kid here and then play and engage, and you know, a lot of parents that, you know, our age or a little younger or maybe older, whatever, they have children, you know, that adolescent age, they
Yeah.
do a whole lot of, I'm not letting my child play with any other kid. And then that's why, you know, some of them
Yeah.
have social interaction problems.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, they're not interacting with another kid. Oh yeah, and then you say, well, why don't they? Won't you? Well, they did this. Like, that's enough.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
That's not enough. I mean, because think about it. That's how you develop friends. I mean, summer camp. Summer camp was the highlight of soon as you get out of school for the summer.
Camps, yeah.
You knew you was at the house for maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 tops. Summer camp was starting up.
Right.
For the whole summer.
Right.
And you wanted to go 5 days a week. you hated it if it rained.
Right.
Because you going to summer camp.
Right.
You going to be with some kids your age. Because they broke it down to age groups. So you won't have to meet. You had your friends for the summer. You hoping they come back next year.
Yep. Yep.
And that's how you developed, you know, being an individual, social skills,
Right.
and quality time.
So let me ask you this: is there a thing or such a thing as too much quality time or too much togetherness? Do you think there's such a thing?
Too much togetherness. I think that some people do need a break from each other.
Okay.
Because I mean, it could get, you know, depends on the two or the group or whatever. They can get to the point where they're like, I need a timeout.
Right.
Mentally, you know, or just a recess, just to go clear your mind, just to have a self moment, or
Yes.
you know, some time away.
Yes.
But yeah, I do believe so.
Okay. Does that apply to family too?
Yes.
So I'm just curious. Did you ever feel like it was too much togetherness when you were growing up?
No.
Okay. Well, that's good.
No, because I mean, I guess my parents did a good job as far as balancing it out.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you had the family time, but
Right.
you also had individual time as far as
Yeah.
like, I'm doing a sport, or
Right.
I'm doing a school activity,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think I personally think there's too much. It can be too much togetherness. Again, that just comes back to expectations and, you know, what you expect from each other out of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone wants to be in someone's face forever, all day, every day.
Right.
I don't care how much you love them, you know. Philmore and I love each other tremendously, and although we talk all day, every day, we're still not in each other's face all day, every day.
We're not.
You know, I like a little time to miss them, not too much, but I like a little bit. So I be like, babe, I miss you. I'm like, when you come on, when you getting off work? Cause you know, I don't know what time you get off. When you getting off work?
You know what? Just to bring something up, I'll tell you one of my little dark stories.
Oh Lord. Let me take a sip of water.
But it's involving quality time.
Okay, all right.
So you know, it was one of my a-hole moments. You know, but it was just, you know, at the end of the day, it was part of maturity, growing up, understanding. So I was dating this girl, and she would tell me all the time, I miss you. 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 I miss you.
Why you ain't say it back? I know you ain't say it back.
I miss you.
I just got feeling you ain't say it back.
I miss you. I miss you. I'm telling you, like, to even go into deeper detail, she would say it all the time, like, we be in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
I miss you. And it was kind of like,
not to see sucking shit.
yeah, and I would, I would reply, yeah, I miss you. Mm-hmm. But so deep down inside, it was like, I'm not away from you. I'm with you all the time, like we're together all the time.
Right.
Like all the time.
Right.
So there's not a moment where I can say that I miss you. And then I remember just one day,
mean it because you were saying
right,
it,
and mean it, right.
Yeah.
And so, one day one day it was just one of those days, so I just blacked out, and I was just like, do you know what it means to miss me?
Oh Lord, you gonna hit her with a question,
man.
What she say?
I don't remember.
She probably got mad.
She did. And I was just breaking it down, like, I just left you. Like, I just literally left you. Like, I haven't even got on the expressway. Give me a chance to miss you.
Mm-hmm. You want to get on the expressway and down
let me go a couple hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about it. Sometimes, as depends on who's the hard one or the, in the relationship.
Yeah.
The non-emotional person. Yeah. You don't want to hurt the other person's feelings, especially when you know how sensitive they are, or X, Y, and Z. And after I had said all that, she lashed out to me so hard. Mm-hmm. It was like I just crushed her little feelings. I probably did, but I didn't. Wasn't trying to, but I was just trying to express.
You done broke the girl heart. He's sorry.
It wasn't enough for me to, for us to break up, but
he's sorry. He didn't mean it.
But ever since then, I took that as a lesson.
And what was your lesson?
I can't be going around just, I have to mean it. I can't just, false hope.
Yeah.
And, and half the time I didn't think she was being serious either. Like, how can you miss me? I was.
Like, she may have genuinely
we can just scroll, but I'm just you don't understand the degree. You'll say you miss me, babe. Mm-hmm. But this was beyond that. Like
every 2 minutes, you miss me at? I miss you. I really, really miss you.
I remember one time she spelt it out through text message.
So like the I seeing.
Man.
Stop.
Man.
You had that girl sprung. What you was doing to her?
Being around her too much. That's what it was.
That girl was sprung.
That's what it was.
You did something else, Chad.
That's what it was. It was just like. So yeah, that was one of my little dark moments.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. It wasn't anything too crazy.
No, it wasn't too crazy.
I sat back and sipped my water just in case I needed to prepare my nerves for something real, just over the top. Outrageous.
No, it wasn't over the top. No.
Okay. Yeah, I can handle that.
Right. It was just, an example of
too much togetherness.
Too much togetherness.
Yeah. Okay. What else do you have in regarding quality time?
I think it just needs, it should just be a balance.
Yes. Agreed.
An open balance, open conversation, if it can be had. Some people don't want it. And like I said, you know, most men, we have our expectations and we don't want to hurt feelings. And so we're just not going to say anything. You know, we'd rather just fall back or just stop talking to you. Or
I would never understand that rationale, but that is true. I don't think that men think we can handle the truth for some reason. We can.
Okay.
You need to be able to articulate it in a way.
No, you want us to sugarcoat it.
No, it's not sugarcoating because I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't expect you to do it.
Some want us to sugarcoat
it. We don't have time for that. But it needs to be articulated in a way that it doesn't make you come off as an a-hole. Like, you can tell me.
It's going to sound, in our heads, it's going to sound like an asshole.
You can tell me, you know what, hey, you doing too much. You can phrase that in a way where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna chill out. I'm good.
It don't sound good like that in our head. It just. I'm trying to tell you, when we play, I'm telling you, we replay that in our head so much. Like, okay, well, maybe if I say it like this, and then we just fear is the worst. So it's just like,
But then you're letting fear kind of take over and just run with it.
Yeah, we are.
Fellas, just be honest. But be honest respectfully. And keep the thing about when you're... And that's with any hard conversations, not just in a love relationship. But you have to be honest. And you have to be understanding of that person's feelings when you're communicating. And that's something that does have to be learned. That's just not something that comes to you. Listen, because back in the day, mouth was very reckless. I said what I said. I was going to stand by it. I don't care if it hurts you. Like, there was a couple of times, like, I would say stuff to guys, and I would visibly see the hurt in their eyes. And didn't care. Because I'm like, it's the truth. Now, could I have said it differently? Yeah. I didn't, because I ain't want to. You know, so that you have to... That's a choice.
Right.
Just like I relate certain stuff to you. You know, you're my husband. I don't talk to you any kind of crazy way. So there's always some thought before I speak. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Us, the fellas, we heard what you said. Mm-hmm. You know, and at the same time, you know, if you're speaking for all the women out there, you know, it sound good, but 9 times out of 10, if it's y'all are going to put y'all feelings first.
We are. I'm not saying that it's going to be rational off bat, depending on your maturity level. Now, there will be a percentage where it is going to be emotions first, but when they stop and sit down and think about it, they're gonna be like, you know what?
Some don't think.
Some don't. But for those who do, you be like, okay, you know what?
Shout out to the ones who do.
He does have a point. Now,
some
women realize that he has a point. Some of them are going to admit it, and some aren't. Some just.
But when are they going to admit it? Like when it's too late, when he gone.
That boils down to a personal.
When he didn't move on talking to this other chick because it took you too long to figure that out.
And then that's a whole pride issue. That's a whole nother topic. But just be honest. You have to be honest. There has to be honesty in all relationships. It just has to be. Don't try to sugarcoat anything for the sake of the relationship, but also don't be an a-hole. If that makes sense. Like, you have to be able to communicate in a way that's effective, that gets your point across without demonizing the other person or shattering their feelings.
You know, sometimes a-hole gets the point across.
Listen, I've been there, done that. I know they can get the point across, but it's not the point. It's about being effective in your communication. It's not all the time about just getting it off your chest. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a way, because people are going to receive the message differently. Now, if you hollering at me, first of all, I'm not going to hear you. All I hear is your voice raised, and I'm about to chop you in your throat. You know?
So now you getting physical. Domestic violence.
Back in the day. Now, if you approach that same talk with me, calm, cool, collected, it's like, you know, hey, I just want to talk to you about something. Yada, 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 yada. I'm more receptive to that than the a-hole version. You know, so you have to look at your delivery and you have to really understand what you want to say. So, and that could be one of y'all QT moments where y'all just sit down and just have a powwow about whatever it is, life, whatever concerns you have. Because the fact of the matter is, whatever your relationship state is, communication is something that can never stop. Quality time is something that can never stop. Now, the amount of quality time and the amount of communication depends on you. I suggest you have a lot of both of those elements. Because at the end of the day, relationships take work. And when I say relationships, I'm not just speaking of love relationships, but relationships with your parents, your siblings. All of that requires an element of work, some more than others. But yeah, that's how I feel. Here you come with your facts.
Nice way of putting it. Okay. All right. Well.
So in short, y'all, quality time is important.
Yes.
In relationships. So definitely make time to spend with.
In all types of relationships. Let's make that clear. All types of relationships.
With each other. Your mom, your dad, your sisters, your aunts, cousins, whatever the case may be, quality time is definitely important because it helps you grow a deeper bond between the two of you. To grow your relationship, for you all to be stronger as a unit. And that is critical in relationships. Critical. Did I say critical?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. Anything else you want to add about QT tonight?
No, that's it. I think I didn't said enough.
You said enough, Dr. Phil?
Yes.
I gotta start calling you Dr. Phil. The black version. Or maybe the caramel version.
No, the black version. We're not finna melanate me.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in again to our Journey of Love podcast. We are so thankful to our listeners. Again, be sure to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, subscribe, listen to us on, what are we on? Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I feel like I'm missing some stuff.
Google Play.
Yes.
YouTube.
Yes, all of that. Be sure to follow us, subscribe to us on all platforms. And until next time, you all remember, love is patient, love is kind. We'll see you all here next time. Peace.